You know, and we use a lot of words today about very sinful things that are just frankly the wrong words, and we need to stop using them. Let me give you some examples. How about this word, an affair? Oh, he had an affair. She had an affair. That's not a biblical word. You know what the Bible calls it? Adultery. Amen. The Bible calls it adultery, or the Bible calls it playing the whore. That's what the Bible calls it. It doesn't call it an affair. I mean, if you're having an affair, that's like if you're putting on a tea party or something. Oh, we're going to come over and have a little informal affair at the house. No, an affair is a worldly term by people who don't want to face the sin that they're in, which is adultery or playing the whore or going a whoring. That's what the Bible calls it. Those are the words that we ought to use. You know, the Bible calls a woman who what we would call a loose woman, promiscuous woman. The Bible calls that a whorish woman. A whorish woman. Just read Ezekiel 16 sometime. I'm not going to read it for sake of time. I think it uses the word whore about 20 times. That's a Bible word. And you say, yeah, but you know, that word offends me. No, you know what ought to offend you is the behavior that word describes.
Amen.
What we ought to be scandalized by, what we ought to be offended by, is the lifestyle that today is considered normal on college campuses across America, and even in high schools across America, and amongst young people today in America, where they go a-whoring, and they play the whore, and they go from person to person to person to person, and they live that filthy, fornicating lifestyle. Why don't you get offended at that than me just calling it what it is? You're a whore! And you say, well, what about the men? Get on them. You're a whoremonger. A lot of people have never even heard that word. A lot of people literally go decades in this country without even knowing what the word whoremonger means. Oh, you mean warmonger? Is that those politicians that want to bomb everybody? No. I didn't say warmonger. I said whoremonger. Whoremonger. And a lot of people don't even know what that is. Look, men who sleep around are called whoremongers. But you know what they call them? A playa. A playboy. I mean, doesn't that sound better? A player. Whoremonger! Player.